Do you want to learn how to create embroidery with your regular sewing machine? This is the video for you. So in the video, I'm gonna embroider this design that I traced. I'm gonna show you how I traced the design. It's the secret way I never shared with anybody. And at the end, I can show you how I set up this machine for embroidery, okay? By the way, this is the Singer Heavy Duty. This is a newer machine it's actually very new. I bought a few months ago. And I usually like older machines, but I have this one so everyone understands that any machine can do this. And this is a simple one. You might have a more complicated machine, and sometimes you have a new machine or you have an old machine. All machines can do this type of work, okay? Just so you know, I don't have those like very new, expensive, fancy ones that are computer machines. Those I cannot speak about because I don't really have any. But the simple machines, you know, basic style ones, they work and you can do it, okay? And I'll show you how you can set up this one and give you tips on yours. And if you want to know exactly how to set up, if you need a training on how to set up an entire machine, you know, everything, all details, I have a free training. You can find it below. You can take it and watch it, and you're gonna set up your own machine to do embroidery, okay? And so first, I'm gonna show you how I trace this design onto fabric so we can embroider. Yes, so today we are doing with stencils. That's something I like to play with. So I use stencils that I collect and mix with my own designs. And so for this, we're gonna embroider on this linen. It's like a grayish, almost brown linen, like mid-weight linen. And I'm gonna play with some stencils. So, you know, stencils are something that you can make your own or you can purchase them. And, you know, sometimes they're cheesy. So it's cool to mix or to do something to give your own style to it. So it's not super obvious, you know, but some are really cool. For instance, this one that I found, look, it's so, those flowers are like so beautiful. I want to make them. But anyway, I'll show you my stencil someday. But today I want to show you the ones that I picked to do this design. So first I'm going to do some letters. I knew that I want to do something because in my membership this month, we're working with lettering, and so I thought this could be a good exercise. Then there's this bird one that's kind of tacky, and I bought this in Brazil, so it's written in Portuguese. It says sing more, live more, and love more. Okay, but you know, and so I'm gonna use the bird here. And then there's this one, there's like roses, and you know, if you might have seen me embroidering those kind of roses, I love them. They're simple. And see, one thing that it's cool here, it has this block print style that's not really connected, right? See how the leaves and the rows are not connected, which is a cool thing. So it's something that you can choose when you're working, trace it, but then as we embroider, you can connect them, just continue the lines, or just keep it like that, because I like this style, right? So I'm gonna mix the three of them. Let's see how it goes. I'm gonna start with the rose one first, and I always plan, you know, around so there's space for my hoop, and I'm gonna trace all the side of the roses here, and then I'll complete with the other two stencils. And there it is, all the roses. I did just one side of the roses because now I'm going to try to do like a lettering here. I'm gonna write something below and then put the bird on top. So I'm gonna use the letter one to trace and then play with this whole composition here to make sense, and then it'll be like a square, you know, something like that I can frame or make a bag or make a gift or a pillowcase. Let's see how it goes. And this is it, look how cute, right? So first I'm gonna do green. I always like to start from leaves, and let's see, I can do, first I like to do a straight stitch just to mark where I'm going, right? Then I think for those little stems, I'm just gonna do a straight stitch. Same with this other one. Now the little leaves, look how cute. Then I can do a little wide zigzag, not very wide, just a little, let's see. And I'm gonna keep going, doing all the leaves. Cool, so all the green is done, and now we're doing the roses. I did the little one already. I'll show you how I do this. And so it's with zigzag, and it's like an angle game here that you gotta zigzag on the direction that'll make the shape of the petal. You see? Then go for this one, do the chip there. Lock it in. I always have to be mindful of my hoop position. See, it's hard here. So I think I'll do like this. I always like to do one side, but now I have to do on this side. Let me think. Yeah, so it's like that. The chip. Then I'm turning just a little. There it is. Now I crease here a little bit. Now the center of the rose. Then it's half of the width of the zigzag. And do a little circle. Lock it in. And there it is. So now I gotta do all the little roses. So I did the flowers, and I'm gonna do the bird now. I'm gonna do yellow, like a baby yellow, and I already did the beak and the feet, or paw, I don't know. So I think there are different ways that I do birds, and I wanna keep it simple. So first I'm just gonna contour the shape. And here I'll do something with zigzag. Then here, I'll do all zigzag, but you see what I mean. You know, for like the feathers here, supposed to be feathers, right? I like to do a little wider zigzag. Like that. Then another row. It'll be probably like 4 rows. And here we go. So change the bobbin. Now I go over what I just did and keep going. Then here I can do like a tiny zigzag. And now the body of the bird, I'm gonna do this narrow zigzag. I could do straight stitch as well, but I'm doing narrow zigzag because it will show more, because it's a dark fabric, so a little wider. Now my hoop is gonna be on the way. I go over the beak. Okay, That's the bird. Now let's do the letters. All right, so there are many different ways to do lettering, and that's what I'm teaching this month in Free Motion Sewing Club. But in this video, I'm gonna show you the easiest way, kind of like the easiest way. The easiest way is just to do straight stitch. You could just paint the letters with straight stitch and you're good. But I'm gonna do it zigzag because it will show more, you know, it's more effective, and it's like satin stitch. So basically you just keep the hoop in the same position and stitch away, zigzag, satin stitch. I'm finishing this, and then I'm gonna show you how you can set up this machine if you have a similar one, okay, to do embroidery. And voila. Let me show you now how you can set up the Singer Heavy Duty to do free motion embroidery. And yeah, so it's actually very simple. All you need to do is to isolate the feed dogs, and then you see how I'm not using a foot, right? And a lot of people ask me why I don't use a foot. I just don't like to have the foot in front of my work, but you can use a darning foot. That doesn't come with this machine, but some machines have that foot. And if you don't have one, you can find one online, it's not expensive. And then you have to isolate the feed dogs. And this machine is good because it has a button behind here that you raise and lower the feed dogs. Look, mine was low, right? So I'm gonna, let me remove this. When I turn, it's up again. See how you can feel here with your finger, but then, and now it's sewing regularly, right? But if I move the button to the other side, it lowers. You see, now it's not here, so it's not active, and you can do free motion anytime. This machine is good. It has a 6mm width for the zigzags. It covers a lot of area, and I like it very much, okay? Was that fun? I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed and you got inspired to do your own. And again, if you want to learn how to set up your own sewing machine to do that, there's a free training, just find it below. And let me know in the comments, how do you feel about it? What do you think? Do you have a machine that you're gonna try and do it? Let me know, okay? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.